Hello Taurus, and welcome to your March reading. Okay, first I already pre-laid the cards like I usually do. Here we have the Ace of Cups in the past, underlying energy. Eight of Pentacles. So something that you invested and worked a lot, that you really loved. And the Lovers, that's a decision. Can also be Gemini, but that is a decision that you're making here. In the now, if it was a Gemini, it's maybe somebody you work with in association, or that you were with and that you invested a lot of emotions in. Now we have Justice with the Five of Cups. So there's a justice decision, either the justice of man, if you have to go to court, maybe for that decision that was made, or with a Gemini or something like that. But if it's not the justice of man, if you're not going to court or anything like that, that's the justice, the karmic justice. There's a decision that's being made, and something to rebalance something. But that means that you're losing something. Something, though, that wasn't giving anymore. There's kind of a stop to it. See, there's a decision here that's being made, and here you are looking at it, at what is not working anymore, and it's making you sad. It's that acknowledgement that pushes at the events of life there. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune with Six of Cups. That is bringing around something from the past. And here we were talking about something in the past where you invested a lot of love and energy that you chose. Now you see there's a kind of a karmic decision, or the just decision of law, that is making you lose something in there that is not working anymore. Brings back something from the past there. Wheel of Fortune turning, bringing back something from the past. It's gonna come pretty fast here, and it's gonna make you worry. Little sleepless night in the future here, because it's so that you can revisit it, because there's trickery, there's somebody winning one up on you there. With Justice and the Five of Swords here, later there's maybe something pending in Justice, something that came back from the past that wasn't working anymore, and now it's coming back to be revisited. You hear about it, you're worrying, and that's, you know, it's trickery, but yes and no. If you're on the right side of Justice, this is just mental planning, because here the guy that's winning, he's winning because he trained, because he did what he had to do, and these two others are sad about it because they weren't expecting it from him. It's the winning of the underdog in a way, but it's mental planification. And when it's happening to us, we feel tricked because we didn't see it coming, or we weren't expecting that from that person or whatever. But they feel in their right to do it. Vice versa. When this card happens, it always makes us take a second look if we really want to go all the way, because we know that not everybody's going to be happy with the result. But that is in your future. You're worrying. And then you have the Six of Wands. So I guess that worrying, or that planning, strategizing and planning to defend yourself really works, because here you're victorious. bottom of the deck is Queen of Pentacles. We're talking about your solidity here, about your comfort, your solidity, what makes you strong, like the Queen of Pentacles. So let's clarify some cards. But there's something that comes back from the past there that you have to face, that worries you. But for winning, I think you have to be strategic. If the Five of Swords was something that was done to you, it's going to be uncovered and you're going to be victorious. But if you have to plan and strategize and make sure that you succeed with that thing that comes back from the past really fast and makes you worry, do it. Okay. So what was that Ace of Cups in the past there? What was that Ace of Cups in the past for Taurus? Why is the Ace of Cups there in the past? Spirit. Hangman. Okay. So maybe it was something that did not go all the way, bloom all the way. You worked on it and maybe it did not give the results that you wanted. You have to see it differently, that thing. Why is the Lovers here, Spirit? Call upon the light, call upon Spirit, call upon my guides. Why is the Lovers there for Taurus? Here we have the Pope. That can be institutions, that can be marriage. Maybe you were married with a Gemini. But here we have the Four of Swords, retracting to heal, understanding, a revival, a phone call, judgment, justice, and the Fool here. This is the end of a cycle. But you have to go through justice first. You have to bring back the justice and the balance in this situation. It could be with a Taurus. You're a Taurus, that's a Taurus card. But it could be with a Gemini, or an institution, a choice that was made from an institution. Justice. Talk to me about justice for Taurus. Why is justice there? That could be like you were working somewhere that you loved, but nothing was happening, and there was a decision that was made that hurt you and that pushed you to kind of, jump off a cliff, like you didn't know what was in front of you. That's the asking a leap of faith, because maybe you lost a contract here, but there the justice, it's so that you can move on. So this is for your betterment. What did they lose here? What with the Five of Cups? What did they lose? Something you put time and effort here in with the Eight of Pentacles. Because the Pope, he banishes or he elects, He has that discernment, that power. And the Lovers is also a decision. So there was a decision made about that. Something that you really cared for and that you invested time and energy in. Show me what did Taurus lose here? What are they grieving? What are they grieving? Because the Six of Cups. Ah, okay. King of Swords. King of Swords can be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, but we have the Libra card, air sign here. Maybe it has something to do with a Libra, if it's not court per se. Leaving a Libra. You've heard something, there was a decision made. Or this can be a lawyer. Here we have the Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold. It's whatever it is. Whether it's a third party that made the decision on you. Whether institution, law, karmic justice. Or that you were dealing with an air sign. Libra, Gemini. There's a decision that was made. And that made you lose and grieve and move on from this situation, a situation you did not want to move on from. The Wheel. What is the Wheel? What is the Wheel of Fortune here for Taurus? Tower. You know, it is a Tower moment. You weren't expecting that. It is coming fast here. The repeat of this. Arriving fast. Pushing you to leave something you invested in here. Like you have no choice. You have to leave. You have to leave it behind. Maybe it was toxic. It was not good for you. Maybe you will see that in the long run. But in the now, you're in that. And you're not maybe seeing it, that it is better for you to be out of there. Even if you had a lot of emotions for it and you put energy in it, and you feel like you're being pushed out, it is the Wheel of Fortune. It is the life that is pushing you to leave that, because there is something better for you out there. And it was, see, end of a cycle. Here the Devil came with the Six of Cups. It wasn't good energies what was in the past there. It's not that it wasn't good, it could have felt good, but mostly it was restraining you. You're finishing that cycle. That's what you're doing now. Here, why are you so worried? There's kind of, this communication comes fast to you. Maybe it's a decision that's being made. You're worrying. Why is the Nine of Swords there for Taurus in the future? What are they worrying about? Nine of Swords. And a whole bunch of cards. So, Nine of Swords. Let's continue. Just give me one more. Be careful not to go too much in your head in it, you know? King of Cups. Maybe you're gonna receive advice. because King of Cups can be a counselor of any sign, but it's knowing where you stand in your emotions, trying to be stable emotionally, or maybe not quite showing how much you're freaking out inside, because he does keep things from himself, for himself, the King of Cups here. Why is the Five of Swords here? Here we have the repeat of that Ace of Cups that was in the past there. Here we have, well, we have you. King of Pentacle, heartbreak, disappointment, and the Magician. So maybe you were a bit manipulated in the past there. It broke your heart. There was something that was happening, and even if your whole heart was in it, you had the emotions in it, there was something that was not right, and that's why it's breaking down. You're gonna hear about it, it's gonna freak you out. But here with the Six of Wands, you're out of it successfully though. What is that Six of Wands? And the Six of Wands went to war, you know. That guy comes back, there he's acclaimed, hooray, on his white horse. And he doesn't come from the market there. He comes from war. He went through hell, and the other people recognize the achievements he did and what he went through. It's a success like that after effort and sacrifice. Why is the Six of Swords, Six of Wands here? Taurus. News? You hear about something? Virgo, going within, Queen of Cups under. Yeah, you're gonna let your inner light guide you. You're gonna do research and you're gonna communicate, and this is what is going to bring you success in this situation. If you're going to court, you're gonna actually research and arrive prepared, and you're gonna speak your truth. You're gonna listen to your truth, your inner truth there, and express yourself. Magician, you're gonna create your own success. But right now you're going through a change in your life. If this resonates with you, it doesn't have to resonate with every Taurus in the world. But if this resonates to you, this thing that you invested energy in, and there's a decision that rips it away from you, and you're gonna grieve it, you're gonna look at it and cry about it, and it's kind of bringing, this news is bringing a tower moment where everything that wasn't real will crumble, pushing you to leave, but leave something in a way that maybe you're gonna realize later in life was not good for you to begin with. Unless you're dealing with Capricorn, then it was fine, but if not, it's energies from the past that are restraining, traumas and things like that. It pushes you to leave all of that behind. What is happening, it can be an event that is very hard, but that's going to help you move on and with that move on from many things, not just this event, but events from your past also. There's going to be a lot of worries, a lot of rethinking and rethinking in your head there. Maybe somebody will help you, or you yourself, in understanding your emotions and becoming solid in it, because there was something in the past. See, you loved it, there you were, you got heartbroken. This is to explain the Five of Swords. And Five of Swords and Magician here, he can become manipulative. He's got the power, okay? But you're gonna come out victorious over it, because you're gonna express yourself here. You're gonna learn, study, express yourself, and let yourself be guided by your inner light, and that is going to bring you the success over this situation. So, Taurus, this is your reading for March. It's a big turning point in your life, and it's gonna ask a lot of courage from you. Don't go too much in your head there and bringing out all the old demons, because that's what that person, oh, am I going to do this, and it always happens to me. It can become crazy, you know, twice. Nine of Swords. Don't go there. Get back in your emotions. Feel the pain, feel the loss, breathe in it, and then prepare yourself to face that. Strategize. Go within, find your truth, and let yourself be guided by that, and you're going to succeed through it. So, I'm going to wish you love and light. Namaste, and I'll see you next month. Okay? Bye-bye.